Alright guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. So, yeah, the studio changed. I'm not sure what happened to the studio backdrop here. It changed colors on us. It's a month old. Yeah. So we'll be replacing that. Alright, so today we do have a food prep. I should say tonight. Just got back from my trip today and I had to run into town, and since I was in town, I believe in getting as much food as possible. So, in preparation for what we believe that will be coming our way, is definitely going to be a food shortage, especially hyperinflation of food prices. I tell you guys all the time, go to the store, even if it was $5 a week, but that's when we first started this channel, $5 a week, put food back. I will still tell people, if it's only $5 a week, at least you're still buying a meal for your family that you can put back. This is one of the simplest, easiest ways of doing it. You do not have to purchase what we do. This is what I did on this trip alone. Your normal canned goods, dry goods, these are all dry goods here. You can easily do a 2-year stock. Rotational stock. It's good for 2 years, no problem at all, especially if you store it correctly. Some of these items will last much longer if you protect them correctly. We're real big into Mylar, and so yes, a lot of the stuff we do Mylar, and we're talking 20, 25 years, like the rice, beans, you're going to get a long time. You can get up to 12 years easy with pasta, as long as it's Mylar'd up correctly. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what we have here. I stopped at my local Walmart today. They didn't have any of the 10 pounds or the 20-pound bags of rice. They didn't. All they had was 5s, and I believe the smaller ones are 2 pounds. So we picked up 10 pounds. This was very slim, but that does happen from time to time. This 5-pound bag of rice was $7. Usually I get it for about $5. $2 increase on a 5-pound bag. That's I'm not going to say it wasn't expecting, because I was. Like we've been saying, prices are going to go up. I know a lot of people say they will not shop at Walmart. You don't have to shop where we shop at. You don't have to buy what we buy. You don't. This is stuff that we eat. This is stuff we eat on a normal basis. Buy what you want to eat during the apocalypse. Let's put it that way. During SHTF. The fact is, though, SHTF comes in many different types of forms. Anything from food shortages to food availability to natural disasters, and now you have no way of getting food because something major has happened. When you're storing rice, and we'll be doing a new Mylar video, our affiliates from Wallaby sent us a whole bunch of new products, and we'll be doing reviews on that, so you guys can take a look at that. But when it comes to rice, when I get done with this video, and the beans, these are going to go in the freezer for 24 hours. Now, there's a huge thing on the prepping channels, prepping community, how long should you freeze dried rice, beans. It really depends on how cold your freezer gets. Okay, if it's a really good freezer, 24 hours. It kills off all the larvae inside the weevil eggs. And yes, your products do contain weevil eggs. I've seen the comments, without oxygen, if you use an oxygen absorber in Mylar, it will kill off the weevil eggs because they can't breathe. Weevils, the larva, doesn't breathe until it hatches. Okay, so they'll still hatch. All right, and they also don't breathe as much as we do. So it does take, oxygen absorbers do take out the oxygen, but these are minute-sized insects. They will be able to move around quite a bit before they finally have no oxygen at all. Unless you double up your O2 absorbers, you know, that's a possibility. Freezing rice, freezing dried beans, oxygen absorber, Mylar them up, I've had no issues at all. When I don't freeze them, we've done videos on it and shown the weevils that hatch within just a few months. That's why we do it. You don't have to do what we do. We just show you what we do. We've had good results. Next up is the pinto beans. This is the 8 pounds right here. Walmart again. These were $7 and change. That has also went up almost $2. So that has went up as well. Limas. These are the 1 pound 8 ounces, so 1.5 pounds. These are almost $4 a pop now. Limas have always been expensive, at least the last few years. 1.5 pounds of lima beans is almost $4 at Walmart. This is the Dixie Lily. It's a cheaper brand. As a matter of fact, I think it was the only brand that was on the shelf. So we got 3, 6, 7.5 pounds at right at $4 a piece. Now, as you guys know, we stock up pasta. I love my spaghetti. I am known for stocking up spaghetti. I've got 24, 12, I got 48 boxes of macaroni. Yes, this is the Walmart brand, and we'll be showing you how to seal these up as well. These are 50 cents a box. I used to be able to get them for 33 cents a box. Now they're 50 cents. This is 3 servings per container. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. That is 24 per flat. Got another one right here. There's actually a lot of food. When we were down in South Florida doing hurricane aid, this is one of the products that we took down with us. We purchased a lot of food, and we brought a lot of my own personal stocks as well on top of everything else. And one of our meals was macaroni with actual real bacon bits on top of it. Yeah, it's freaking awesome. I love macaroni. So that's one of the meals that we added to the whole thing when we were doing the soup kitchen. Pastas are great, and they'll last a very long time. You just got to use, you can either vacuum seal if you're not into Mylar. I vacuum seal for a very long time, and there's some things that we do vacuum seal. But when it comes to our food, we went ahead and moved to Mylar. Now, there are Mylar sealers that do vacuum sealing. They're not cheap. They're not. We have moved to just regular heat strip sealers. Wallabies, we use their products. We've used ones from Amazon too. You know, that was our first one, was the Amazon one. And then Wallaby, they had their own style, so we got invested with that as well. Because Wallaby is one of our affiliates and they make good products. With this stuff, guys, you don't have to buy anything we do. You don't have to buy anything we show you. When it comes to our affiliate links, it's just stuff that we are affiliated with. We test it out. We show it to you. It's up to you if you want to buy it. I don't care either way. I'm just showing you the product. It's up to you if it's something that you want to invest in and actually follow through. I will say this much. I do appreciate all those that have moved to Wallaby Mylar and their products. Using our links, it does help out our channel. It helps fund everything we do here. So yes, I am very appreciative to that. But you don't have to buy anything we ever show you guys. Now, when it comes to stockpiling food, I want to encourage you, keep at it. And now, everybody online, a lot of people online will say $5 a week isn't enough. Honestly, if you have the means, please put more towards buying stapled foods. Canned goods, dry goods. That is the easiest way to stockpile food at a fraction of the cost of long-term food storage. I've always said that since day one of this channel, and I'll continue to say that. We do sell, we're affiliated, I don't personally sell, we're affiliated with long-term food storage companies. The great products last 20 to 25 years. Augason Farms about 10 years, depends on what product you're buying. They're great products. You put them in a case, some of them actually come in their own cases. Put them underneath the bed, put them in a closet somewhere. You don't have to worry about them. They're already containered up. You can take them to a bug out location, whatever. But for more normal people that are just getting into prepping, your rotational stock should always come first. And I recommend everybody to do a rotational stock first. That's this stuff, guys. But if you don't eat rice, don't stockpile rice unless you plan on using it as a bartering food. It's going to actually be a great bartering item. It will. Me personally, I'm not trading my food when it comes down to it. I'm not. But maybe that's a good idea. Honestly, I think it's a bad idea when you start announcing to people that you have food. Unless you actually got a security team in place to watch your back when you're trying to do some type of bartering situation. And I don't recommend doing it in full-blown SHTF. But full-blown SHTF is also different types of scenario. We don't know exactly what scenario we're going to get hit by. Okay? If it's a natural disaster, we know help will eventually start coming if it's a localized event. Correct? Yes. If it's civil unrest, well, now everything's really went up and you better get your security details in place. And if it's a full-blown, no government around, no rule of law, I don't want people knowing I have food. I don't. I don't think you need to either. You need to have food put back. All right? So when it comes to starting off the prepping, 2023, start getting food. This is the simplest, easiest way to do it. dry goods, canned goods. There should be a playlist up there for you, our weekly prep series. That's the easiest way to start. You can get up to your rotational stock. Food that you constantly pull out, you cook with, you eat, and you just replace next time you go shopping. It'll never go bad, ever. Dry beans, rice, once you Mylar this stuff up, if you do it correctly, you get 20 plus years easy. As long as it's stored correctly. Please remember, temperature, fluctuations of temperature will cut down the shelf life of your food. So, you need to make sure that you have it in a well-controlled environment where you can keep the temperature regulated when you're storing food. Now, this is why we've always talked about alternative power. Solar, all right? We have solar. We can run an air conditioner. We can run floor fans. We can run all these things all day and part of the night to keep a room cool where supplies are. We've also shown putting food in the ground in survival buckets. Once you get down below frost level, you now have a basically root cellar system. It stays at constant temperature, usually about 63 degrees, and it doesn't fluctuate. That's an option. Now, I know, just depends on where you live at. We have viewers that they live like Montana, Wyoming, New York, New Hampshire, everywhere that gets a lot of snow. It's going to be hard to dig that far down. We're talking 4 to 5 feet per frost level to put survival buckets down in the ground, because you have to be below that frost level. When it's wintertime, it's going to be hard getting that stuff out. Some of the desert crew that are here, yes, you will hit a desert dead pan, okay? You've got, if you're going to use that, bust it down, get it in the ground once you're below that frost level. And yes, you do have a frost level in like Arizona, Utah, and Nevada. You have it there, parts of California. You still got to get below that frost level. But now you've made a root cellar. If you have the opportunity to actually build a root cellar, I recommend that. I like survival buckets because I can put them on location trips to a bug out location. No one's ever going to know where they are except for you. Okay? Now, I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Please keep prepping. Stay at it. We got some new videos coming on. We got a whole bunch of products from Wallaby. Wallaby, we've been working with them for over a year now, and they sent us a whole bunch of new Mylar and also storage containers. That's right. They have a new 5-gallon bucket storage system with screw-on lids. Yeah. So we're going to check that out as well, because as you guys know, I just got finished saying I'm moving away from buckets, and we're using totes, because they work better for our situation. But for years, I've used buckets. These things here come with their own screw-on lids. We're going to take a look at them. All right, guys. Definitely appreciate you hanging out with me. Speak to y'all later.